Check. Check. Can you hear me? There we go. Okay. How's everybody doing? Can I get a chat screen up here? There we go. Oh, beautiful. I can see chat. Oh, wow. We've got a bunch of people in here. How's my day been? Can't remember my day. I was at work all day. It's pretty monotonous. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's a good job. It's fun. But same thing day in and day out. Salut, ça va? Ugh. How's everybody doing? Go Habs go. You said it. I am going to try immediately gifting some memberships here. How do we do this? Dang it, man. It's super chat. No. Engage with your audience. Start QA, start poll. I spoke with a representative at YouTube, and they said that I click on the top of the screen, I click on the live stream chat, and I should be able to gift 10 free memberships to my channel. What if I went in as like a user? Bear with me. I'm going to go in as if like I'm watching myself. Is that how it works? Membership gifting. Yo, it's still friggin' $249. How come I can't give away 10 free gifts? Is this like not a thing that you're able to do in Canada? I just subscribed tonight, my first time in your live stream. I've watched several of your videos. Love your honesty, enthusiasm. Great stream. Thank you so much, Bobs. Goal. Oh, dude. Thank you so much, Luke. Hey, is this frozen? No, it's not frozen. I'm looking at a frozen screen. Need to make some moves soon. Too many prospects are going to lose some. No kidding. There's like a log jam, right? That's a log jam. I'm seeing that criticism a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people say, hey, it's great. They got a well-deserved break from like losing their friends and losing their teammates because they tried really hard. And I agree. But the thing is, there's lots of good, like, why do we build this huge prospect pool and not use them, right? That's my problem with what happened today. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I really want to gift to you guys some stuff, but I said as long as there's 10 concurrent viewers, and we do have 10, right? We've got 20 concurrent viewers right now. I should be able to gift you guys memberships, moderation, activity, timestamps. Who wants to be a moderator? Going to lose some of these guys for 20 games. Couldn't package some prospects and get NHL players. The thing is, I think that management could have done two things. They could have made hockey trades, 1-for-1 trades. They could have made trades. They could have packaged together some of the guys that they know won't be around for a while, or won't be around when our window starts opening. And you could argue that, hey, looks like there's a chance that the window's opening now, but there's guys that don't meet the time, that don't fit the timeline. Savard, I love Savard. He's integral to the team. He's super important. But he's creating a logjam. And I just think that there's certain pieces that we don't have an answer to. Second line center is it like slaps you in the face, right? Second line center. Yeah, we need an elite second line center to play with Demidov. We do. How do we feel about this? We're starting already. We're getting controversial. Hey, it didn't work. Oh, it did work. I made. You guys are gonna think this is stupid, but I made a bunch of like gifts that like pop up, or like, what's this do? I don't think that one worked. I think we got Beetlejuice.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
Isn't that neat? I did that. I programmed that. You guys heard that, right? Did you hear that? I'd be embarrassed if you didn't hear that. So, yeah, how do we feel about Mortem? Is he our guy? Yeah? Okay, cool. Second line C. There's been a lot of debate about whether or not Mortem is a true starting goalie. Yeah, he looked great last night. He looks great often. But what is he under 900 currently? Is he at 3 goals allowed? Looking forward to Fowler. Yeah. I think that we need to have patience. I think Monty is good enough, especially when, you know, you're looking at the Oilers last night. Stuart Skinner has had his share of criticism. But that doesn't stop the Oilers from being the favorite in Vegas to win the cup. And I think I'd take Monty over Stewart. Yeah. Is that, Bob's, is that something that's developing in the NHL recently? Has this always been around, or have I been brainwashed? It seems like there are the elite goaltenders, you know, like Bobrovsky, Vasilevsky, Hellebuck, Demko. Gosh, I'm naming like, okay, yeah, those guys. Demko, would you put Demko in there? Markstrom now, I guess. So you have those elite guys that can perform consistently. Like they'll have a bad night like once in a blue moon. But you know, you put them in net and they can change the game. They're game changers. Shesterkin, yes, sorry. That's true. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much, Josh. Yeah, I think let's put a pin in on that topic that we were just into. I get distracted so easily, but I told you guys. Can you hear me all right? Is my microphone good? I see that I'm like almost peaking. Last time that I did a stream, here, let me turn down the music. Last time that I did a stream, the audio was all off. Okay, good. Perfect. Major trades today. So today was trade deadline. What were the big trades of the day? I didn't think that this would get over the top. Brock Nelson going to the Avalanche. The Avalanche look like a contender this season. Like a true, like they look like they could be on fire once they get into the playoffs. And they didn't play that well during the regular season because they had a lot of injuries, right? Edmonton getting Jake Wallman, I think, is huge for them. They've got Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard. I was never a huge critic of Evan Bouchard until this season. He dogs it a lot. Like, he looks tired or disinterested out there often. And I think Jake Wallman will maybe change the composition of their defensive line. I think that's huge for Edmonton. Florida for the Cup. Okay, Oil Plug, tell me why Florida for the Cup. And we all know that Matthew Tkachuk, he's been nursing that injury from before the Four Nations. He re-injured himself during the Four Nations, I think. I don't know for sure. Is Wallman really worth the first? No, I don't think so. Conditional 2026 first round pick. What is the condition? That they make it past the second round? And Wallman plays X amount of games or something like that? We'll get to the Marchand trade. The Bruins, we rest in peace. They're thinking about the future, I think, right now. Winnipeg did get a lot better. I still think that they should be worried. You're at least saying they did well today. The one thing is you traded away the one guy that I actually like. What's his name? Grabankin. You know who he is, right? Grabankin? Grabankin. He's this guy.
Speak me back check. Team speak me back check, for check, and paycheck.
He's going to be huge in Philadelphia. Perfect fit, right? Perfect fit for Philadelphia. But yeah, sad to see him go from the Leafs because he was one of my. I like Marner. He's great. Dallas might be the big winner. Okay, Bob. I think that Dallas is the big winner. So Dallas is like the complete package. They have Ottinger, who I forgot to mention as somebody that I think could fit into the elite goaltender category. I forgot that we totally went off that train of thought. My train of thought, by the way, with the elite goaltender talk was there's elite goaltenders and then there's everybody else. And it's like they're inconsistent. So there's not like good goaltenders. That's how everybody kind of thinks of it these days. It wasn't Easton Cowan, Josh. It was Fraser Minton. Okay, so where were we? Kuzmenko moving again, huh? He's a good player. He's just got to find his place. Did I want to talk about Dallas? I will talk about Dallas when we get to the trade here. March 7th. Okay, so JBD, Josh Norris going to Buffalo, Dylan Cousins, Denis Gilbert, and a second round pick going to Senators. I don't like this trade. I don't like it for Ottawa. And that's who it's supposed to really be working for. I think this is kind of a dumb trade. Brady Tkachuk did a interview with the media after the Josh Norris trade, and he is broken up about it. I think Josh Norris was a good friend of Brady Tkachuk. That being said, it's not like the Montreal locker room. You're not. I don't know. It feels like Montreal, and this is completely biased, but it feels like the culture in Montreal is thick for friends, right? And they kept talking today, and we'll get more into this. But they kept talking today about not wanting to break up the group, while they could potentially make things work, to demoralize them. So I worry that this could happen in Ottawa, if I'm putting my Ottawa hat on for a minute, pretending I'm an Ottawa fan. You don't want to demoralize the team in Ottawa, but the player that Brady Tkachuk is, I think he'll play the same consistency every game, no matter what. So I don't know if there's an actual scare with that, but Josh Norris just had problems with injuries, right? Like he was a good producer, and an Ottawa. He was drafted to Ottawa. Am I Truman? Yeah, he was drafted to Ottawa for sure. Josh Norris. Drafted by San Jose. Oh, never mind. He was drafted by San Jose round 1, 19th overall. And then he never played for San Jose. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I meant to say anyway. Can I gift any subscriptions yet? Dang it. No, I can't. Just a sec. I'm going to try to gift you guys stuff here. Super chat, super stickers. Show support for Whiskey Lung. Man. I got to ask again, I guess. Sorry, I'm getting totally distracted. But one of the reasons why I did this was because I want to give away those memberships. I want to do more membership stuff. I want to do like membership videos where I'm just in the car talking and driving. I don't know how many people that interests, but I do have members only videos where I do like a full-fledged edited video. Some of my videos are like low edited. I don't know. They're not as edited as much as my recap videos and what have you, but I'm trying to focus on memberships a little more. Also, I want to give a shout out to Liam. My son's name is Liam. Oh, is that? Should I not share that information? That doesn't matter, right? First name. Happy I found your channel. Always watch the videos after the games. Thank you so much. Oh, I can put like a little heart for these. Cool. What else? I can report you. I can ban you from my channel. Add as a moderator. Oh, don't let this power go to your head. It's a good change of scenery for Cousins. The workhorse from Whitehorse. Yes. That's true. Ever thought of doing a podcast? I would love to do a podcast. I've always thought about seeing if, because Hockey Junkie has a podcast. I don't know if they've done an episode for a while though. And I would love to be a guest on there. If they ever did more content, but I don't know. I talk to Hockey Junkie every once in a while. If there's somebody that I would love to do collaborations with, it would be him. He is the real deal. I'm sure if you watch my stuff, you've found Hockey Junkie because he's recommended in like the side tab all the time, and he's a funny guy. He's a newfie. Everybody knows newfies are like the nicest, most they'll do anything for you type people, and he's the real deal, like genuine in chat. Helped me out with I don't know how many of you are familiar of this, but I had a leak in my basement, and it was because my washer was overflowing into the wall. There was a clog in the washer, like drain. And it filled up the cavity of the wall with water. So anyways, he helped me out with a couple of things, gave me some suggestions about what to do. First time catching you live, grab a beer, it's Friday. I can drink beer. Do you guys mind if I go grab some beer? Wait. I was saying your first live, I would love to hear you two together. Yeah, it would be awesome if Junkie co-hosted a podcast. I know. I thought for a second that was Junkie's personal account there for a second, but yeah, there's something there. I would definitely do a collaboration with Junkie if the opportunity ever came about. Or if we could hook up in I don't know, an expo or something like that and do a meet and greet, combined meet and greet, a panel. Can you imagine? I was saying the other day, one of us needs to get rich so we can rent a booth at a Montreal game and invite a bunch of subscribers and members and whatnot. Anyway, so Dylan Cousins, wow. I don't even know how we went off on that tangent. But Dylan Cousins, Denny Gilbert, who said it? Somebody said it. It's a good change of scenery for Cousins. Agreed. It definitely is. I think that, especially with the excitement that's kind of going around in Ottawa for the Senators, I think this could be perfect for Cousins. The problem I had was I feel like Josh Norris really it was like a lateral move. So, oh yeah, I'm going to go grab a beer. Is it okay if I go grab a beer? While I go grab a beer, look at this. Do you guys know what this is? This is Puckdoku. We're going to play this in a minute. Try to think of who would fit. If you know what Sudoku is, you have to. Okay, so this one, I'll give you an example. So you have to name a player on the Philadelphia Flyers that played 2+ teams in a season. That might, that might be a tough one for me. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. If other people join and they're chatting, tell them that I just went to grab a beer. I got beer. Moosehead. Whoa. Canadian, right? I haven't been to the liquor store. Do they really have all the American liquor off the shelves? I think they do in Ontario, that's for sure, which is, the big deal. That's the province that NB beer. Am I allowed drinking on live streams? Yeah. It's legal. It's not against terms of service. So 2+ teams played in a season. John LeClaire? Hell yeah. What about Scott Stevens? Oh! What about Gomez? Oh! That's not good. I shouldn't have done that. Niedermeyer? Man, they had a lot of Scots, I'm just realizing. No. Oh, no. Wait, let's try a different one. +5 goals in a single playoff. This one will be easy. Nathan McKinnon. +1 wins postseason career. Got to go with Roy. That's probably, a lot of people probably put that. I just want to see his face. Lindros? Yeah. Eric Lindros. Kovacevic? Wait. Did he play? No. No, he didn't play on the Habs. Reggie Leach. Brodeur? Brodeur would count? Ray Bork. Bork. Martin, bro. Sure. Oh, that's right. We can only guess so many times. Okay. Well, if we wouldn't have wasted our whole thing on guessing the 2+ teams for the Devils. Renberg. Michael Renberg. Okay. Let's go back to the trades list. Can we do more of these? Doku Jr. New game every Sunday. Oh, okay. We'll do more of those after. Brandon Tanev to the Jets. And Luke Shen to the Jets. That's a big improvement. Finding some holes in their depth. Tanev is a player who gives it. He's not going to blow you. He's not a game changer. But he's played on the Jets before. I think he's going to add some real. He's going to add something to the equation anyway. Scott Laughton. Toronto continues to make. They are able to make space on their roster, and it aggravates me a little bit. Oh man, that's tasting way too good. They're bloated at the top, right? The core four, and they just continue to keep adding, and individuals will take. Yeah, Reeves was put on waivers. That's not the end of Reeves' career, though, right? He's not done. Is he? Again, Scott Laughton. Philadelphia retains 50% of Laughton's salary. Toronto's 2027 first-round pick is top 10 protected. So this is an interesting deal. I feel like Philadelphia is... What else did they do here? Third-round pick for Kuzmenko. Anything else? Philadelphia? Eric Johnson, Giovanni Smith. I feel like, Philadelphia did some good stuff. and we'll talk more about that because I think it encompasses the conversation that I want to have about the Montreal Canadiens. But this next one is massive, and I'd like to see what you guys think of it. Matty Beniers from the Kraken. So, what do you think of the trade to Dallas? The whole debacle, really. Do you think Carolina regrets putting Natchez? Do you think they miss Natchez? I think they have to miss Natchez. Is it insane? It's not. I feel like they recovered decently. What do you think? I thought they were going to really be caught holding the bag. Like, I thought they were going to be the laughing stock for this. But I think that they recovered somewhat okay. Tax-free zones, baby. Yeah. How about Dylan Cousins going to Ottawa, or Ottawa winning the cup as per the Buffalo curse? Maybe. Carolina is now Stankoven and the picks are later. We'll see. It's a crap shoot anyway. Yeah. Yeah, you know. I think that they just barely recovered. The thing is, their guys, Aho, Jarvis, who's buddy that really shone in the Four Nations, the defenseman. We'll talk about the Habs on trade deadline. Healers. What's his name? Here, let me bring it up. Carolina roster. Slavin, Burns, Martinuk. Kochetkov. You know, they've got a relatively young team. Jarvis is only 23. Slavin's 31. Martinuk, 32. Brent Burns is only the same age as I am. Taylor Hall, Jordan Stahl. You know what? They're not very young. So they're looking out for the future, but they're playing good now. Why? You know, why they really should have known whether or not it was going to work with Rantanen before making that deal. The deal should have been conditional on a contract extension. Duh. Like, super duh. Yeah, Slavin, like, his stock went up huge with me. Kunin going to Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets, I felt like they could have done more. You can't root against the Blue Jackets after everything they've gone through. It's insane. Charlie Coyle to the Avalanche. I like Charlie Coyle. I think that's a good pickup. Casey Middlestat. Didn't he come into the Avalanche playing like he was going to be part of the team? I thought he was sticking by, but they moved him, which probably isn't that big of a problem now that they have Brock Nelson and the other acquisitions. Mrazek and Smith going to Detroit. Any Detroit fans in chat? This is one that I might need explanation for. Why do they want Mrazek? They have Lions, right? Who's their backup? Who's their other goaltender? Do they share? Are they sharing the role? All I know is Peter Mrazek. He's a shadow of what he used to be. And Joe Veleno, who had some stock at one point, right? No good no more? Cody Glass going to Jersey. That's a good pickup by Jersey. Max Graham, Chase Stillman, not super familiar. Jonathan Gruden. I'm familiar with Jonathan Gruden. I don't know how he's been playing, but Cody Glass is an individual that I think punches above his weight class. Hard to figure out what Detroit is up to. Yeah, the Yzer plan is it's all smoke and mirrors, I think. I wonder if Tulski would have been fired if he couldn't trade Rantanen today. Yeah, good question. It's a huge boner. But they recovered well. So I don't know. We go from there, I guess. This is no big deal. Nobody really cares about this. Brad Marchand going to Florida Panthers. Brad Marchand is he's the Rat King. No, wait. Kachuk's the Rat King, right? What's Brad then? Just the Rat? The Rat and the Rat King together in Ratland. Could be a movie. You might get canned anyway. For Colorado, it means that they exchanged Byram for eventually Coyle. Yeah. Don't know that. Yeah. Byram. I wonder if they would take Byram back. That one kind of surprised me. But it felt like Middlestat was clicking at the start. Am I wrong? I thought that he was producing for them. Yeah. Yeah, Carolina was supposed to make a deep run. So they took a chance, but they didn't sure up whether or not Rantanen was willing to even play with the organization. And let's be honest, he was not producing like he was in Colorado, right? Look out for the Habs signing Marchand next summer. That would be a heel turn like John Cena if Kent Hughes went and did something like that. Brad Marchand, you are a Montreal Canadian. Can you imagine? Something's missing in Carolina. Not sure what, but they need to get over the hump. Yeah. It's like the sum of their parts doesn't equal a Stanley Cup competing team or something, but they're able to play well during the season. I gotta mute myself and keep burping. They're able to play well during the season. They're able to play, good hockey in the playoffs, but they run into all sorts of roadblocks. Riots in the street if Brad Marchand is signed in Montreal. We need to sign Crosby, McKinnon, and Marchand in the offseason. Yeah, get the Nova Scotia connection going. Apparently, Marchand had an 8-team no-trade list. Would it be shocking if Montreal was on that list? Players are funny, right? Brad Marchand wanted to be a Bruin for the rest of his career. I don't know what happened there. It felt like they were trying to reach negotiations with him. It's possible. But the no trade clauses, I think that every player who has a no trade clause, one of the cities one of the markets is Winnipeg. Not every player, but a lot of players. But they all want to be in the palm tree states. They all want to be in Florida. They all want to be in Tampa. They all want to be in the Californias. They all want to be in Texas. They all want to be, the tax implications as well, right? Wait, Detroit did lose? Oh my gosh. They lost. How come I didn't get any notifications? Oh my Lord. They were winning 2-0 in the first period. What happened? I turned the TV off. I was upset. All my bets had Washington winning by +1, and they hit. I won $50. I'm not a huge bettor, but that's awesome. Okay.
Rip that sailed high, and Alexei Protas clears it out. It's a breakaway waltz. Wilson's in alone. Wilson to his backhand. He scores!
Oh, Wilson. Oh, that would be funny if I did an edit with Tom Wilson and Wilson the volleyball from that movie with Tom Hanks. How come I can't? Lost? No, not Lost. That's a television show. Well, Castaway. Come on, guys. You're supposed to be helping me out with these. Yes, thank you. There we go. Castaway. Thank you, Bobs. Bruins are for sure aiming for a better draft pick this year. Hello, Belgian viewer here. It's quite late in Belgium, 4 a.m., so I won't stay long. I just want to say thank you for your videos. Thank you so much. Geez, we have a lot of European dudes and dudettes in the community. Thank you so much. I thought your name was Yakupov for a second. And I was like, oh, oof. No problem. Yes, sir. It's looking better every day for us. Who on the Laval Rockets has a legit shot at making the team next year? Do we want to get into that? Gifted what? Gifted 5 memberships? No. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Ethan Mods. That's wicked. That's wicked smart. No way. Sorry, I'm freaking out here. Who on the Laval Rocket has a legit shot at making the team next year? It all depends. This is an easy. Let me walk that back. I was going to say this is an easy team to crack. It's getting harder. You're seeing what Owen Beck has been doing. I think his time this season could be. I don't know. I don't know if they say, okay, we've given you a shot this season. We'll see you at camp. We'll see you in preseason, see how you do. I think Roy has a chance of coming back. I think Roy will come back with a vengeance next year, and Reinbacher might make it. I agree. The thing with Reinbacher is if his development went well, it didn't go that well. If it went well when he came over, and if it went better when he was over playing in, what league was he playing in? He's playing in a European league. If it went better over there, Demidov, yep. Although, dude, yeah. He might not even touch the Rocket. He might just go right to the team. So, everybody, thank Ethan, by the way. Congrats all. Join Unarmed Horse in thanking Ethan. Jeez, come on. Be polite. Kapanen. I think Owen Beck just from what he has done, he's not firing on all cylinders. He's not clicking all the time. Like, he's inconsistent. But the fact that he played how many games now? 4 or 5 games. He's made the second line click twice on 5-on-5s. That's like, is that more than? That might be more than what Doc did in 20 games. Like, you know, it's crazy. Reinbacher was Swiss Elite League. Roy is just something off in his body language intensity, in my opinion. Yeah, he does. He does seem like a little bit of an Eeyore. Seems mopey out there at times. It's like someone's home, but the lights aren't on. Does that make sense? But he's making it work down in the AHL. I can't wait to see Hage. Yes, I cannot wait to see Hage. Well, I can't wait to see Demidov. Let's be honest. Oh, that's so good that Detroit lost. So what does the standings look like? Close your eyes for a second. I don't want to dox myself. I don't know where like personal information shows up, so I might unveil my credit card information. If you see my credit card information, like the security code and the expiration date, just try to, I don't know, wipe it from your memory. Oh, excellent. That's so good to see. So, one win. They win tomorrow night and the rest of the world stands still. Guess what? See you later, Ottawa Senators. Oh, you got Dylan Cousins? We would have liked to have gotten Dylan Cousins. You know what? You're not going to the playoffs, though. We're going to go. And instead of Dylan Cousins playing in the playoffs, it's going to be Christian Dvorak. And Christian Dvorak is going to eat Dylan Cousins alive. Anyway, getting back to the trades. Man, Brandon Carlo. See, Leafs just they find room. And Bruins retain 15% of Carlo's salary. This is like collusion. Same thing with the Brad Marchand thing. This is collusion. Second round pick becomes a 2027, 2028 first round pick if Florida wins 2 rounds in the Stanley Cup finals, the Stanley Cup playoffs, and Marchand plays 50% of the team's playoff games. Boston retains 50% of Marchand's salary. Collusion. Fine them. What is it? $2.7 million? Slap on the wrist. This is collusion. But Fraser Minton, that's got to hurt for Toronto fans, right? He was really showing that he had what he needed for the big show. Conditional 2026 first round pick. Dang it. They're racking up. Friggin' Bruins are going to, with Pasternak, Zaka. I don't like Swayman. Is there Swayman fans here? I don't like him because of the interaction he had with Suzuki. That's all it takes, man. You made an enemy for life. So, yeah, I don't like Swayman. I would love to see, after all the big drama that happened with him trying to sew up a contract with the Bruins management, I would love to see Swayman continue on a downward path. But, it feels like, in my opinion, the people making, oh my gosh, Ethan, dude. In my opinion, the people making the team next year, Demidov, Owen Beck, Reinbacher. I don't know if Kapanen will make the team because I think we will get a steady 2C in the offseason, a deal in the offseason, and all the center spots are taken out. I could definitely see they have to grind. They need to find a way to make Montreal sexy enough for a legitimate 2C to come on over. They need to be like Christina Aguilera circa 2002 off her album Come On Over. The song Come On Over. I don't know if this is right. This is probably wrong. But they need to be like, come on over, baby. And the player needs to want to come to the Montreal market. There's things in the Montreal market. Is it Dirty? Was the album named Dirty? There's things in the Montreal market that some people don't like, you know? They don't like the spotlight being on them. So players playing in the U.S., they're in markets where the baseball team is more beloved than the hockey team. Nobody talks about the hockey team. Nobody talks about the NHL. Nobody talks about, everybody's talking about the NFL team, you know, or everybody's talking about the NBA team. So the spotlight is off of them. They like that. It's like going to work. You go in, you get your paycheck, you're out. In Montreal, you're kissing babies, you know, you're showing up at events, you're part of the community. There's players that welcome it. There's players that love it. Hughes and Gorton need to romance someone to come in. And they've talked so much about not wanting to sell the future, but the future is piling up. And you're keeping David Savard. You're keeping Christian Dvorak. You're keeping Yoel Armia. You're keeping Jake Evans. And you got kids. You got Owen Beck. You got Kapanen. You got Reinbacher. You got Demidov. Michael Hayes. Joshua Waugh. So you have assets. If they could find a legitimate 2C that you know is going to produce, I say do it. Look at all the draft picks they have. Look. Close your eyes again. I might show you my credit card number. Montreal draft picks. Right here. The Shea Weber trade. I know we're going to get to that. We're going to get to it. No, this isn't what I wanted. Montreal. I can't spell. Draft picks. Here we go. 2025, 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds. Oh, own pick. Picks owned. Am I looking at the right thing here? Oh, wait, I missed a bunch of chat. I wonder who Kent was talking to that he had talked about today. When, so at the press conference, gosh, I watched it, but I was not paying attention very good. What did he say again? He said something like there were people calling, but he tied it into how he believes in the team and whatever. Bennett? I was playing poker with my friends and just saw that I got gifted. LMAO. Have a good one, Whiskey. Nice. We need Gooley healthy. Agreed. Steep fall for Boston. Did not see that coming. I know. Why couldn't it have been Tampa? We did a press conference. Yeah, I'm sure Cousins was who Kent was pursuing. I think so. Josh Norris was a great D offer. Took that from the Habs. Is that a Shea Weber trade? How about Kovacevic getting... Yes, Kovacevic. Good for him. Man, remember the Devils played 2 official games like during the preseason in Europe. It was in Europe, right? Excuse me. And Kovacevic, I think, scored and got like, I think he had like a 2 or 3 point game or something like that. And then the season started, and he was still, I think, point leader in the NHL for like 2 games after the season started. It's nuts. And as a Habs fan, you're like, of course. Like, of course. Let me try pressing one of these buttons.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
That one goes on for a while. Off topic of trades, but what do you think about the incident about between Slav and Line? Let's look at this. Slav. Can I just see the video, please? Oh, come on. Bruh. I can't find the video. It's lame. It's lame. It's lame. And I think that it's not, there's nothing to look into about it. I didn't read what it was. I watched the video and I'm like, this is typical Line stuff. He went and sat down on the bench. They were doing like little drills or like a scrimmage or something in practice, it looked like. And so he gets into the bench and he just whacks his stick on the edge of the bench, the wall or whatever. It's no big deal. Nothing. I don't think he's mad at Slav. Florian Xhekaj could center. I'm pulling for Florian. He's got the intensity. He's got the Xhekaj intensity. He's had a couple of really good games, right? Florian Xhekaj. He's a funny looking little guy. AHL. So 50 games played, 15 goals, 9 assists, 24 points. He's not there yet. I don't think he deserves his shot yet. He is only 20 years old. After a certain age, instead of a... Oh, geez, I wasn't even showing you guys. There. After a certain age, you're no longer a prospect, and you become more of a, how should I say this? You become a project for the team. So he's got to do something quick. The timer's on. He's got 2-3 years. I'm just turning up. Have you given the Habs a rating on their trade deadline? Not yet. We haven't gotten to that. we're really pondering some stuff. How many people we have on right now? YouTube control panel. Is there 29 viewers watching? Holy smokes. This is insane. All right, let's close this. Close this. Standings. Close that. But look at the standings. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can I make this bigger? One more win. One more. Calgary. You're going down. Fabian Zetterlund. Tristan Robbins. I don't think that this trade is being talked about enough. This is no one yeah. Well, it's Sharks made out pretty good too. But Fabian Zetterlund, I like Fabian Zetterlund. I think that was a good pickup by Ottawa. Connor Timmins and Connor Dewar, they're getting rid of their Connors. They're like, they didn't turn out to be Connor McDavid. I don't get it. So they sent them over to Pittsburgh for a 5th round pick. That must be cap relief, right? I think it was a bit of a nothing burger with Slav and Line. No shutting match. Line hurt feelings a bit, but let's hope it's forgotten. Yeah, maybe. I'm here for the OnlyFans channel. That's after 12 midnight. I'm glad I stayed home and didn't go to the bar. Hey, we're having beers here, right? Who else is having some beers? Somebody else is having beer. I'm not drinking alone. Great stuff from Caillou. Oh, went right up my nose. Anyone see Brady Tkachuk crying today? Great stuff from Caillou. We talked about that already. Oh, ouch. Oh. Yeah, he seemed broken up about that. What made you go with Whiskey Lung as a name for a channel? It's very old. I thought about rebranding it, but Whiskey Lung is basically my alias on all online gaming. Oh man, Caillou. I forgot that some people call Brady Tkachuk Caillou. That killed me. Oh. Yeah, it's an old nickname that I had in my 20s. I used to my drink of choice would be whiskey, and I used to drink a lot of it. Unfortunately, I no longer have any sort of sense of pride about being able to drink a lot of liquor. But when you're young, when you're a young man, that in Atlantic Canada, for whatever reason, it seems like a rite of passage to be to drink a lot of liquor. And yeah, people would joke that instead of the liquor going into like my bloodstream or my stomach or whatever, it would go into my lungs. I think a really good idea for you is to make a Discord server for fans to chat. It's looking that way. I'll be honest, this is a little bit of an experiment doing this. I don't know if I can stream often or think of a schedule, but this seems to be working. Just chilling out like this. People, yeah, you guys have time to do this with me, so this is awesome. We can just talk about the games that are going on. What is going on right now, by the way? And it's going to be like fun hanging out time. Looks like Laval won. Laval. This is huge. This is so huge. Are all the other games late or something? Why am I not seeing updates? Yeah, so I don't know if I can stream like on a consistent basis. but it would be cool. And I think that if, some of the community members showed that they're responsible, and maybe I could even, there would be even a point where I'm making money from doing this and I could pay people to be like moderators or to, I don't know, just make sure that everybody's being nice in the community. The problem is when you start a Discord server, there's always going to be a couple of those people, I'm not saying that that they're bad people, but they're individuals who like attention. They're individuals who might stir the pot inadvertently or because they like the attention. And you have to watch out for that. And I would like to have moderators that could be strong but polite and nice, because you don't know what everybody's going through. There's individuals that are out there that, require a lot of attention, that might have problems in their life. And you can't just be like, shut the hell up, you're being annoying, go away, that type of stuff. So yeah, we'd have to broach some sort of a subject like that. And it just, unless I can pay you guys to do something like that, it just feels wrong to be like, yeah, I'm going to put you through like a boot camp to be a moderator for my channels and stuff. You know what I mean? No beer for me. NyQuil, unfortunately. Just take more NyQuil. It gets really fun. Just that's actually, that's probably against terms of service. Pretend like I didn't say that. Just got a beer ad while watching my thing. Do I get paid for that? What beer? Thanks for the great answer. I don't know which answer I answered, or which question I answered. In my opinion, Brady looks more like Sloth from the Goonies. Agreed. Or what's his name from Dune? What's his name? He's the one that Sting played, I think. No. This dude in the middle. This guy. Except he's kind of handsome there. Let's not make fun of people's looks. That's not cool. Sorry. The beer talking. Detroit lost, and that was fun. Agreed. Ryan Bacher looked like bloody good. Looked really bloody good tonight with Laval. Really? He looked good again? Ryan Bacher's playing amazing. I'm a troublemaker, so I couldn't mod. Then we get those Leaf fans. Yeah, once you get a bunch of Leaf fans flooding in and trolling you, get to spin that wheel, band machine. You don't have to pay to have moderators. I mod on multiple channels. It's in my name. Every channel has them. Yeah. And the Bruins and Sens fan. Ethan. I know. Some people want like to do that. Some people like being mods. It's just I worry that there could be discomfort if somebody isn't nice to someone, or if they abuse their power, and I have to be like, you're not a mod anymore. And the Bruins and Sens fans, yep, yes, Corona, nice. For the ad, I've gotten several ads. Dang, what the heck? I better get paid for that. Thanks for the good answer about the name Whiskey. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. No problem. What did I miss? I've gotten a few ads as well. Nah, man, Brady is Sloth. He's called Fade Ruined or something like that. Agreed. Yep. Okay. Back to the trades. Eric Brandstrom, Bell, Beckman, Eric Johnson back to Avalanche. You guys probably, There might be a few of you that went down this route, but the Avalanche, I like the Avalanche a lot. Not close to Montreal. Montreal's always been my team. But when Patrick Roy went over to Colorado, I mean, you kind of, I'm sure there's lots of Habs fans that followed him. Daniel Sprong back into the action. 7th round pick, huh? Wasn't he on waivers like several times? Mark Jankowski, Mark McLaughlin, Reese Johnson, and future considerations. All right, so we are at the top of the trades. Avs look really strong, like proper contenders this year. Their lines are gross. I know. What are their projected lines now? Colorado Avalanche lines. This should be updated, right? So Lehkonen, McKinnon, Natchez. Can you guys see this? Yep. Lehkonen, McKinnon, Natchez, Natrushkin, Nelson, Duran, O'Connor, Hoyle, Colton, Kiviranta, Jury, and Vesey. I wonder how Vesey's going to do. Yeah, look at this. And Coyle and Colton. Can't Colton also play center? Taves, McCarr, Lindgren, Manson, Gerard, Middleton, Petrushkin, Duran, Natchez, McCarr, McKinnon. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but Dallas, the Avs, who had mentioned the Panthers? There's a lot of teams that just look so good. And it's funny. Oh, I won another bet. It's funny with the Oilers. Nice. With the Oilers being the favorites in Vegas, I don't know if they're the favorites anymore. Man, they've been playing like crap lately. They played good against Montreal the other night. Of course, they're like waking up. They're like, "Oh, dang. We still got some games to go." Hated that. I feel the Jets are screwed after what the Avs and Stars did today. That was my initial take. I unfortunately wasn't alive in the Patrick Roy. Yeah. Do I have a good? That hurts. That hurts what you just said. How come it's not playing? Playing? You killed me, Ethan. I'm an old man. That's a good question for you guys. How old were you when you started watching hockey? What year was it? Maybe don't give your age. Just give a year. The Oilers could be out before could be a second round out. Honestly, you're probably right. 2008, 1992. I was in the womb watching hockey. I got a good joke. You were in the womb watching hockey? Was it ball hockey? Get it? Get it? 2005, 2008, 80s. I was 2 months old. Late 70s. Panthers, Stars, Avs, Jets, and Caps are all my favorites. How did the Washington Capitals keep the car running? This is I guess it's Russian machine don't break down or whatever. Starting watching in 2015, my favorite teams were the Pens and Habs. Now just the Habs. I also like the Pens a lot. The teams that I like now, it fluctuates, but I've got like a hierarchy of teams that I will root for. It's like Canadian teams, underdogs, American teams that I like. Yeah, it's weird. I'm a weird guy. So how did Montreal do on trade deadline? They didn't make any moves, right? They signed Jake Evans. Do I like that they signed Jake Evans? I do like that they signed Jake Evans. They're not going to find another player inexpensive like Jake Evans, especially for the deal that he struck. But they're not going to find another individual like Jake Evans that will fill the role that he fills in time for another individual to crop up and just change the complete chemical formula for the Montreal Canadiens. It's a weird team. Montreal has the most forwards, the most players. Is there a defenseman on the team with over 10 goals? But Montreal has the most forwards or players with over 10 goals in the NHL currently. They're all pitching in, you know? You have Cole Caulfield, who is putting in a really good effort in the goals category. You've got Nick Suzuki that is at a point per game pace plus right now. There's players that stand out, certainly, but that second line specifically, it's not doing what they have to be doing. Everybody else is having to fill in. So that means the third and fourth line are playing beyond what they would be expected to play on a team that is constructed differently. And I think that everybody that's on there right now is extremely important to the team, to the point where it's got to be a controlled experiment every time they try somebody new. So to get rid of Evans, Armia, Savard, Dvorak, Anderson, maybe, it would have been like they were rebuilding from the start again. So they need to be really smart with who they're trying out, who they're testing. I think they did well not to lose anyone. I remember Roy getting pulled and going straight to I'm out. Went right to the dressing room. What's up, Whiskey? Your channel's awesome. We need Jake for the playoffs. Absolutely. Like not losing Armia or Savard for pennies is nice. Yeah. We've got so many picks. We've got so many young prospects. If they're not broke right now currently, don't fix them. Maybe fix them next season or in the off season. I don't know. They could have traded Dvorak. Dvorak is probably, he's the face-off guy, right? But he also provides some grit. I'm happy to know we'll have more shorties happening with Armia and Evans staying. Yeah. The shorties are huge. And Evans is among the leaders in the NHL for game-winning goals, I think. I think Suzuki has one more than him, and Suzuki's also up there. No, I shouldn't say that in the league. I might have that wrong. Strike that from the record. I won't lie. I kind of wish that they picked up Coyle. I know. Coyle, Cousins. Need that second line center. Line A shouldn't be playing with Beck and Newhook. Yeah, I don't know. Do I want to talk about Line A and what I think about him? I think that Line A needs to he needs to diversify his skills a little bit more, and I wish I would see the try in him more often. I feel like he doesn't always give it his all. I also feel like he gets frustrated. When he's frustrated, he will purposefully not try. He comes in clutch at times. Yeah, I understand why they didn't trade Dvorak because we're in the race right now, but we probably won't re-sign him. I think they probably won't re-sign Pezzetta. Dvorak does have some value. I don't know. We'll see. So he will just go for free now. Dvorak for what return? Does Toronto pass the second round this year? Who do you think who are they going to run up against? Oh. How does it work? So what? So Florida would go up against Toronto versus Ottawa? If the playoffs started today, who would Ottawa go, or who would Toronto go up against? Would they go up against it would be so funny if the Sens eliminated Toronto. If the playoffs started today, NHL. Maple Leafs versus Lightning? That's what they're saying? They would lose against the Lightning. I think. Tampa Bay Lightning. Toronto. Oh, they played in January. The Leafs actually kicked their butts. Maybe they wouldn't lose against the Leafs. Who am I kidding? Leafs would play 10 times worse than they play in the normal season, regular season against them, and they would lose. Yeah, how many people are watching? Nice. So many people watching. How's the stream quality? Is it like blanking out at all? I'm getting like little notifications every once in a while saying the stream's current bit rate is lower than the bit rate you wanted at or something like that. I just don't care about the guy. Anybody would have made me happy. First time catching you live. Been watching for months. Love your vids. Big fan from Nova Scotia. Hey, neighbor. How's it going, side bottomer? I could be so invisible for games. From your video earlier today, by the way, do you think there should be a video ref or something to catch embellishments or other misplays. Oh my gosh. I think that the NHL does review certain embellishments, and they put their they will send like memos out to the referees to say, hey, keep an eye on this guy. Like Jeff Skinner, they didn't like what he was doing. It's bad for the game. It's bad for the image of the game, so they want to nip it in the bud while it's happening. They don't want the NHL to turn out to be like European football. I get you, Martin. You just don't need a fifth. Line A needs guys that make him better. He won't make his line mates better. And I think good, well said. Well said, Nim Nim. Exactly right. Line A needs guys that make him better. He won't make his line mates better. I think he was tasked when he came in Montreal. This is just my belief. This is completely tinfoil. I think he was tasked by St. Louis. Hey, figure out a way to make this line click. Help Doc make this line click. I'm going to give you a fast guy to work with. I'm going to give you a new hook. I'm going to give you Doc. Make things work between you guys. I think he put some onus on Line A. And I think that's one of the things that made him frustrated. Or I perceive to have made him frustrated. I don't know if he's actually frustrated. With Kirby Doc's second major injury since being in Montreal, does that mean the Habs will move from him? He has 1 year left. The hopes are not high. My hopes are not high with him. The Sens will send them home. They'll give the Leafs problems. Yeah, I believe so as well. Oh, hi. And thank you for the sub. Yes, thank Ethan for the sub. They would play Tampa as of today. Okay, that makes sense. I unfortunately have to go, but have a good night, everyone. Go Habs, go. Have a good night, Ethan. Ethan, hooked us up big time. I hope he comes back. No, I won't be able to live with myself if the Leafs win. All good here. Okay, great quality. Ovechkin gets the record this year. Stream quality is great. Did Ovechkin score again? Let me just check my app. Don't tell me Ovechkin scored again. I missed that game. I started watching it when they were down 2-0. I was like, I'm not watching this garbage. It aggravated me. No, he didn't score tonight. So what is he, 9 away? So getting back to how Montreal did for trades, and they didn't trade, but retaining their team and kind of just keeping the old machine rolling. I don't mind it. I don't think a fourth round pick and a third round pick and a second round pick or whatever is going to move the needle that much unless some of our prospects aren't working the way that we want them to be working. I'm really relying on Reinbacher, on Demidov, on Hage eventually. Fowler, I really hope that Fowler develops quickly after being put into the NHL and kind of finding his footing there. I'm still not giving up on Dobesh either. There's some brilliance there. We saw some chinks in his armor. The scary things were for me, and I'm not good at goalie analysis, but he puts himself out of place sometimes. His big run initially, his 5-game run or whatever, he wasn't doing that. So is it a compliance thing? Is it a discipline thing? Is it just a discipline thing? Is it something that can be learned? I don't know. I've never looked too much into goalie analysis. There's a guy that I wanted to help, that does videos on YouTube. Can't remember his name right now. He didn't. He initially responded to me, but he kind of gave me the runaround a little bit. I wanted to help him out, but what drew me to his channel, he's a subscriber on here as well, is that he did really good goaltender analysis, and I think he may be a goaltender. And he was talking about Dobesh, and he was kind of rating him and talking about what he does right and so on. And I thought his video was great. Like the production was really good on it. It was entertaining for a subject that I wouldn't normally find that entertaining, although it's hockey related. He was just talking about, like, he was slowing down plays. He was showing, where the puck deflected to, the positioning of the goalie, so on. I thought that was really good. And he seemed to think that Dobesh had everything you needed. But since then, we've seen some chinks in his armor, like I said, and uncertainty, right? He will do things that you're like, oh, whoa. Did he just, like, lose his footing? The one I'm thinking of is when he fell in his crease and he just kind of laid there. That one was, smack you across the face. So, those individuals being implemented into the team. Then you're thinking about Joshua Waugh. You're thinking about Owen Beck. Who else? Heineman. I hope Heineman continues. Once you start implementing those guys and the spots start going away, the team gets harder to crack. Those additional draft picks that we've accrued become less valuable, obviously. Oh my God, I didn't even notice that the chat was updating. It got froze. So you wonder, what's the use of keeping certain individuals around? But Savard plays a really good style of stay-at-home defense. He plays his game, right? He's not a fast skater. You love it when he tries to join the rush. It's so funny to watch. But he feels at home blocking shots in front of the net, and he's really good at it. And he's good at wasting the opponent's time in the O zone. He's good with pass selection. He's good with a lot of things that all add to the chemical makeup of the team to make it a strong team. So we got a bunch of new comments here. It was about the message to the locker room for Hughes to get it to compete. Yes. Yeah, definitely. It was like what Suzuki said. It's nice to see people not having to leave. It's got to do something for the morale. And it's up to them now. It's the game. It's in their hands. 2 NHL rules I'd like to see changed. 1, remove the delay of game penalty for a coach's challenge. Losing the challenge is punishment enough. If ref calls a dive, there shouldn't be tripping. Yeah, okay. I could get on board with that. I'd go. I'm a lot more drastic, though. I would go further. Remove coaches' challenges completely. I hate them. Wastes the game. It's confusing to onboard new fans. I'm a big fan of the get it right the first time. Unfortunately, they're not always going to get it right the first time, right? The refs. I just noticed my music had stopped. My beautiful music. How come you didn't tell me? Yeah, so I am a fan of getting rid of coaches' challenges completely. I think it's a confidence problem. He started so well, and then both him and the team gassed out, and it hit a rough patch. What are we talking about? Oh, Dobesh. As a former goalie, I know it sounds obvious, but confidence plays a massive role. Absolutely. Goalies are a special breed. Oh, shoot. Hey, buddy. Whiskey, I'm in Calgary, and I'll be at the game tomorrow. No way. Duh. So, yeah, all the fans that went out to see the Edmonton game, you're also going to the Calgary game, obviously. No way. So it's going to be a packed house again? That is so cool. You guys are so lucky to go see those games. I would love to go see a game. What's happening over on this cesspool? No.
Pedersen one timer scores.
You got a goal.
Watched by Boldy. Here's Elias Pedersen. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Pedersen in front for Besser. Back to Hronek. Pedersen one timer scores.
Oh. I think I have Minnesota winning that game. Frank Nazar makes no mistakes on penalty shot. Nicely done. I like that Nazar kid. You're going as well? Nice. Oh, man. Dude, if you guys actually meet up, send me a picture of that. I'll put you in a video and say, hey, we're making connections in this community. 32 thoughts. But the deadline wrap. That'll be a fun listen. Puckdoku Jr. 1970, 1971 to 1979 to 1980. What does that mean? Player must have played a season on the selected team between 1970 and 1979, 1980. New York Rangers? Who's on the Rangers between 70 and 80? Any guesses? I'm not good with the 70s. What about the Kings? We'll be on the lookout for you. I have a red Habs jersey and the wife has a white one. Rangers. Why am I blanking? 1970. I'm really bad with the 70s. Kings. Is that too early for... Wait, when was... Who am I thinking of? Coffee? Perrin? Perrin? Bernie? Oh. Sounds good. I'll yell out oil plug. I'm walking around. $1979. Oh. And two of the teams that I was like never really a huge fan of. What about Pyramid? Play now. I don't know how to play this one. I don't know how to play this one. Uniqueness? Get Lifeline. You know what? It's turning up on 12 o'clock Atlantic right now. I might actually call it a night. How many people we got watching? 27. Dang, we did good. This was a really good live. Thank you guys so much for joining. Vachon. What is his first name? Robbie? Roger? This guy? There we go. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 12 my time. We've been going for how many hours? We've been going for like 2 hours. That's pretty good for my second stream. The first stream was like a test. I'm sorry. We've got a lot of East Coasters, huh? Or Atlantic Maritimers. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it. I'm getting kind of tired. My beer is it almost empty? Shelby, you fell off the rock? Cape Breton. You still got the dualies there? Thanks for the live, man. Have a great rest of your night. Winnipeg. Night, Travis. Yeah, we'll do this again. This turned out it was really successful. We talked a lot. I think that was the most important part. We talked about the trades. We did some Puckdokus, looked at the standings, which is I'll still continue looking at it. Look how beautiful that is. Montreal Canadiens. 1 win out of a playoff spot this deep into the season. Yeah, I think we should do this again. If you guys have any recommendations for future live streams, let me know. You can let me know in the post for this live stream. Yeah, I just find this is fun. I can't do it all the time. I have a family. But yeah, this is, you know, I can't, I don't think I can commit to a schedule. But that's going to do it for me, guys. All right. It was fun hanging out with you. I feel like kind of sad. I don't want to go. But yeah, I got to get some sleep. It's 6 a.m. comes early. Kids are always up super, super early. I have a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old. Well, a 6-month-old now. Promise to do a stream after the parade. Yes. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a fun one. Are you a parent, Shelby? Yeah, parents don't get a whole heck of a lot of sleep. I always thought that they were being whiny before I started having kids. Just work, yeah, work will do it too. All right, I gotta end it before I, get onto another tangent. But remember, we're playing Calgary tomorrow. They win, and I think Ottawa is playing tomorrow as well. I don't know about New York. Hey, isn't New York playing currently? Cripes. Did they win? Are they winning? Is New York playing? No, they're not playing. That's tomorrow. I think New York is playing tomorrow. Who's playing tomorrow? New York against the Sens. Oh, no. One of them is going to win. So that means we can't. It doesn't matter. We can't get into a playoff spot tomorrow. One of them is going to win. Oh, that's garbage. Bruins are playing tomorrow. Tampa's playing tomorrow. Sabres are playing tomorrow. Islanders are playing tomorrow as well. So there's a bunch of teams that we're kind of hoping to lose tomorrow. We got to win. It's Calgary. Definitely winnable. We'll see. Let's hope it ends in regulation. All right, have a good night. Like the video. You're all subscribed probably. And I'll see you in the thoughts on Boston losing the Rat. He's a rental. I don't know what's really going to happen there. Weird, but I feel bad for Marchand. I was comfortable with him on that team, and I was comfortable especially with him on that team doing poorly. I would like to see the next team that dies, Tampa Bay. That's going to do it. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for everything. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.